What up, y'all? In this episode, we're going to pick up right where we left off in part 1. If you ain't seen part 1 yet and want to get up to speed, go back and check that out. In this part 2, we're going to dig deeper into who was signed to Ross's Maybach music group label, and we're going to take a look at their first projects dropped while on the label. So grab a glass of milk, kick back, and let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Thank y'all for tuning in to this edition of Upbeat TV RAW, bringing you the quote-unquote realest content, raw and uncut. First up, we have the Virginia super producer Beat Billionaire. Coming from Richmond, Virginia, Beat Billionaire started out first as a very lyrical rapper that produced on the side as a hobby. When working with Grand Hustle and having an artist use some of his productions, he gained even more attention. He went on to produce the track Take Off by Young Dro and Young LA, the first song that he ever produced. It ended up a major hit and actually made Billboard. At that point, he had thrown in the towel for rap to focus solely on producing, which had quickly become his passion. Soon thereafter, he produced Young Dro's single, Freeze Me, that featured T.I. and Gucci Mane. Rick Ross was on the remix of the track. The beat had changed the sound of music and got the attention of Ross. After receiving a few more production samples, Ross flew him in, which led to him formally signing a deal with MMG in 2010. Beat Billionaire has produced for a wide range of artists on the label, including the Rick Ross 2010 hit John Doe and Wale's hit single Bag of Money, which actually peaked at number 16 on Billboard's Rap Songs chart.
Birdman, Born Stunner.
Born stunner, born stunner.
Bag of Money, Wale, Meek, Ross, T-Pain.
Temporary forever, levitate with a nigga.
Oh, Cash Out feature Wale, Hold Up.
And I'm like, wait, hold up, please let me roll.
As the resident in-house super producer, he was the primary driving force behind Maybach's second album, Self-Made Volume 2. His music displayed versatility. His beats can sound dark and sinister like in Wale's Bag of Money, or kinda just upbeat like Ross's Yellow Diamonds. After all, though possessing significant talent in both areas, he was glad he made the switch from rapper to beatmaker, since the right hit song can earn a producer a check well into the 6 figures. Another producer that was signed was A1. Coming from Nigeria, the songwriter and producer also secured a deal with MMG. A1 Beats was heavily influenced by super producers Just Blaze, Drumma Boy, and Dr. Dre. In summer 2013, A1 produced the bass-thumping record Gallardo for Maybach Music Group, Self-Made Volume 3, that debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200.
Ja, welkom terug, Tsunami Underground kijkers. We zijn hier met de special editie weer. We hebben 2 gasten uit de States. A1 Beats en Young Breeds. Deze gasten zijn van Maybach Music. Shout out naar de Teflon Don, Rick Ross.
Next up, we got the Philly native Meek Mill. Meek was signed to MMG in early 2011 after a 3-year stint with T.I.'s Grand Hustle. His first installment in the Dream Chaser series was released by MMG on August 11, 2011. It featured his hit House Party and his most successful single at that time, I'm a Boss. On May 7, 2012, Mill released the second installment to his Dream Chaser series. It featured Amen, that rounded up Drake and Jeremiah, and was produced by K. Wayne and Jaleel Beats. It was released 1 month later as the lead single from his debut studio album. His debut album under the MMG imprint was titled Dreams and Nightmares and was released on October 30th, 2012. The album, preceded by the lead single Amen, debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 200. The track was seen as controversial and got a lot of backlash from various churches and organizations. Meek called Hot 107 and argued with Pastor Jomo K. Johnson about the song, who pushed for a boycott of the song.
Now, you know, one of the hottest songs that you have out right now is getting a lot of controversy. You got Amen that's out. And, you know, when I first listened to the song, I heard it on a mixtape, and I was like, oh, Amen. And I was like, wait, should I feel bad that I like this song? And I was like, oh. And then even in your hometown, you know, you got pastors there that have something to say about it. What do you say about all the controversy?
I don't got nothing really to say about it. They ain't really saying nothing about me passing out 5,000 coats in my hood or buying the whole school sneakers and letting the kids hold my Phantom Ghosts to go on their primes and things like that. Nobody ain't talking about that. So I think they ain't the only thing just to single out and zone out and think you could feel some type of way about everybody is human. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Mill, I've spent 25 stacks to move in the hood while you're not there. I go door to door. I try to reach the youth every single day while you're in Miami doing music.
Where was you at when I was passing these coats out in Blumberg and Raymond Rose at the football game down there for the Black Panthers? This was going on for 24 hours. Where were you?
In a statement, Johnson said that as a hip-hop fan, I want to encourage every rap fan in Philadelphia who is a believer in Jesus Christ to boycott Meek Mill until he acknowledges his blatant disrespect. And being resident of North Philadelphia and pastor, I revoke Meek's hood pass until this happens. Afterwards, Meek apologized for the song being offensive, and the pastor gave in on his push to boycott. Stalley, an Ohio native, was another artist yet again signed in 2011. Stalley was featured on all of the MMG self-made albums. His own featureless track, Hoops and Roses, was on that album. He made an appearance on Ross's mixtape, Rich Forever, as well as Ross's fifth album, God Forgives, I Don't.
And tell me how your experience with this, because MMG comes with a stigma. It comes with DeRoss, it comes with Meek Mill, it comes with flashy things and champagne bottles.
The definition of MMG, Maybach Music Group. And so I think we probably talked about this the first time you came to my house, like 5 years ago. Is it going to be weird? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
For his fans who were your underground fans to support you when you're with MMG, do you think that causes you problems?
I don't think it caused me problems with my fans, so to say, the people who supported me from day one, because they see, like, through all of this that I've never changed. I pretty much stayed the same and stayed consistent with my sound, with the music that I put out, the quality of music I put out. It's only been progressing and getting better.
The Ohio native's Honest Cowboy is the first extended play EP that dropped on September 17, 2013 under MMG and Atlantic. On August 22, 2014, Stalley announced his debut album, Ohio. However, it wouldn't be until October 27, 2014 until this album came out. It featured the single Jack and Chevys, which had a video released 2 months prior to the album. The album debuted at number 35 on the Billboard 200 chart. First week sales were at 10,246 copies. After his stint on the label, Stalley decided to depart in 2017 to focus on a solo career and grow his own brand. Tidra Moses. The first female artist signed to the label, Tidra Moses became a member in March 2011. She wasn't a rapper, but leaned more towards the soul and R&B aspect of things. Although Maybach music was predominantly hip-hop, she felt grateful to be on the label as an R&B singer. Moses was gearing up to release the Luxurious Undergrind mixtape. In a 2011 interview with Billboard.com, she stated, "This is going to be the first mixtape I grab a lot of features for, which I normally don't do. It will also be my first mixtape that will have a stamp for someone that people already respect." Well, once the tape was released, it only had a single feature, but still delivered solid content. She made various appearances on the Self-Made Volume 1 album. In 2014, she released the lead single from EP Cognac and Conversation, All I Ever Wanted. It wouldn't be until the following year that the EP saw the light of day, after she was off MMG due to the deal going south. In December 2014, it was reported that Moses signed to Shinaki Records after witnessing the success from artists on that label. Alright, so I hope y'all enjoyed part 2 of this series. Stay tuned for part 3 that will be dropping soon. Until then, go ahead and check out our other videos on this channel. Hey, and don't forget to share this video and leave a comment. And this your girl, Sister High Pros from Upbeat TV RAW, signing out.
Let it go.